Hello and welcome to Marineford TCG. Today I'm coming at you with a nice rogue leader. We've got OP08 Garp. So I've been playing since the end of set 5. This guy's never been good, this guy's never even been close to good, but he's really fun. So what his leader effect does is when you attach a Don to this leader or one of your characters, you give one of your opponent's 7 cost characters or lower -1 to the cost for the turn. Fortunately, this can't hit high cost characters like Gecko Moria, like Silver's Rayleigh, like Aidwood Newgate. However, we can get around that with the structure of our deck. So the cool combo that this deck can do, that no other deck can do, I guess except, no other deck can do this, is with Gecko Moria, of course. So you can play Gecko Moria, you resummon Rebecca and Brook, you use the Brook effect to give 2 Don to the Garp, then you use the Rebecca effect to add this Brook to your hand, or something else if you already have this in hand, then play this out, at which point you get to choose whether you use the Garp effect or the Brook effect next. So you obviously choose the Garp effect, minus something down by 2, and then use the Brook effect to minus something down by another 1 and then KO it. So if you're on 9 Don, you can attach 1 at the start of your turn, bring down a 4 cost to 3, do this combo, bring down, attach the 2 Don to your leader, play out the Rebecca play out the Brook, then use Garp effect to bring that 4 cost down to 1, and use this Brook effect to remove it. There is a weird bug on the sim at the moment, where if you do that exact sequence of events, you play out this, do this, and this, resolve this, to attach to Garp, then resolve this to play this out, then you get to choose between this and this. If you choose this, it let me do -1, then forced me to resolve this, before getting the second -1. I'm pretty sure this is a bug. I have submitted a ticket. Could be a lack of understanding, but I don't see why it would work like that. Following the normal stacking and tier resolution rules, this should work properly. But here we are. If you just summon Brook and Brook without the Rebecca, it will not work, because these are both on the same tier. So you have to resolve this, then Garp. Really nitpicky rules thing there, but it's good to know. We also play the Nami. You give a rested Don to your leader or one of your characters. It's great. The value this card gets, if it sticks around, is insane. Unfortunately, it doesn't stick around a lot of the time, but here we are. We play 4 of this Brook, 4 of this Brook, 4 Rebecca, and 4 Moria, as I've explained. Got 2 T-Bones. He's a Navy searchable 2k. You can grab him with Rebecca. He can carry 2. Doesn't come up a lot, but it's there. 4 Kuzan. This card's nuts. You draw a card, and when you attack, you get something -4. If he sticks around, you get such crazy value out of this guy. It would be silly not to play 4. 2 Sakazukis. I don't think this card's great. You could definitely sub this out with something else if you wanted, but I wanted some supplemental KO power in this deck, so I've gone with 2 of the Sakazukis. 2 Borsalinos. This card also doesn't come up a lot, but he is a nice blocker if you don't have something like a Sabo on your 5 Don turn, or a Kuzan. You can drop the Borsalino. And in some matchups, having the 6k blocker is really nice. Into something like the Zorro, this could be better than dropping Kuzan, because then you get a free block every turn, or a 1k extra counter, effectively. 4 brand new, he's your Navy Searcher. 4 Sabo, we're black, and we don't have that many good cards to put in this deck, so I'm going with the 4 Sabo. It's really nice in black mirrors, of course, to give us that KO protection. 4 Rebecca, 4 Gecko. I've gone with 4 Jack for the KO power. This card's really nice with the Garp effect, to be fair. If your opponent's like a 5 or a 6 cost card, you can just attach a couple of Dons to reduce that down for Jack, so you don't expend any cards from your hand. This does help with one of his biggest problems, which is being a 4-life leader. If this leader was 5, I genuinely think this could be quite good, but being a 4-life leader is really rough at the moment. With how many late game decks there are and how many aggro decks there are, there's not that much mid-range in the format. You got things like Lucci and things like Bonnie and things like BY going really late game. And you've got things like Zorro and Calgara, which are just going to rush you down. But I think the Jack is very strong, nice for the hand filtering, to fill up our trash for Gecko Moria as well, because we don't have the effect that Lucci does, or the effect that Gecko Moria leader does. Our only trash filling is the brand new and the Sabo, as well as the Jack, of course. 4 Toshigis, this is a nice Navy 2k, you can play it, rest it, and give -2. Not too bad. I prefer this to T-Bone, I think, in this deck. For Ice Age, because we're black and we don't have a better event to reduce, the card's really nice for hitting those big characters like 10 costs, 9 costs and 8 costs down into range of our Garp effect. You can also use this to bring something down by 5, and then Nami the 1 don that you paid for Ice Age to get the Garp effect, so it's effectively a 6, which is pretty cool. And 2 Marineford. We're a Navy leader, so I like running a couple copies of Marineford. You don't want 2 more because this can be bricky, but having that extra 1 per turn is really nice to bring, especially 8 costs like Gecko Moria, down into range of your Garp effect. And your opponent can't interact with this, whereas they can interact with the Nami, of course. So I will say I've tried a few different builds of this deck. I've tried a Straw Hat build, I've tried a Straw Hat Navy build, and I've tried this more focused on Navy build. I think this is the best way to play Garp. Obviously some of these counts could be switched around. Not sold on this Sakazuki, not sold on the Borsalino. Other than that, I think the list is pretty good. I will say you're not going to win all the time with this leader. He is definitely a rogue leader, and I've tried to feature him against some other rogue decks in this video so that you can get a better idea of this deck strategy. If all I went up against was things like Lucci and things like BY, this deck's not going to win. This deck has nothing into those decks that those decks aren't already doing. But I think into other rogue decks, or even some tier 2 decks, this guy has some promise. I really hope he gets some support. I'm hopeful that some of the Navy stuff in the next set might be red. I think it's all going to be green. But if some of it's red with the set 10 Smoker leader, maybe Garp, maybe I'm coping. I'm probably coping, but here we are. I have labelled this deck as OP08 Garp Cope. Either way, this guy's a ton of fun. I'd recommend giving him a few games. Just don't expect to take this to locals and go 5-0. It's not going to happen. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I'm going to try and have a rogue deck every Wednesday. Not sure what I'm going to go for next Wednesday. Still remains to be seen. If you have any requests, drop me a comment. Happy to cover any other rogue leaders that you can think of that are cool. Don't give me red Uta or something like that. But yeah, any cool rogue leaders. We could try red purple Uta. That might be a bit of a laugh. But either way, let's get in with the games. Okay, got a game against Marco here. We're going second. I don't hate this. We've got double brand new. We'll keep this here. We can drop a brand new on 2, then we can swing 5-5, drop a brand new on 4 if you don't find anything better. Get some cards in our trash for our Gecko Moria later. I do think this should be a decent matchup for our opponent here. We draw a Shigi, which is pretty nice. We'll deploy this. Get the Ice Age. That's nice. We get the Nami and the Brook in trash. Some cool cards. We can summon those back. He drops the Doflamingo and stack his deck and then swing in for 5. Slight missequence. He should definitely swing in for 5 first, because we could get something like an Ice Age trigger to KO this Doflamingo. Unlikely, but we could. I think I will defend this life though with the Tashigi. Yeah, I think I will defend this. I'm happy to just play out the second brand new this turn. I don't think I need to dig for a Kuzan. In fact, we draw another brand new. Is interesting. We'll deploy this. Grab a T-Bone. I think we're just going to keep the other one. So I'll swing 5-5. I should swing at the character first. Yeah, I'll swing with the character here first. He gives us a Jozu. And then we'll presumably counter this one as well. No, he gives us the Doflamingo blocker. That's interesting. I'm thrilled with that. We got a card out of his hand and the blocker off of his board. For 5 here, he's going to play the Ace. Reveal a top card of his deck. He's messed up his stack. Interesting. He's going to swing 5 into brand new. You can definitely have that, sir. We draw another Gecko Moria. So I think we'll go with a Nami and a Sabo here. And then just swing in for 6. Get rid of Kuzan at this point, and probably brand new. Give him Arrested Don, minus this down for fun. Attacking 6 on 5, he'll take this one. He does, we'll end the turn there. We're nice and healthy, we've got a nice Salvo blocker out. Can start dropping geckos next turn. We can do a value gecko, something like a Kuzan brand new next turn. That could be pretty cool. And then on the following turn, we could even drop another Sabo next turn. Marco really focusing on KOs here. A lot in the early game. So Sabo is a pretty nice find. They do have big rush cards, things like 7 cost Ace, 8 cost Dragon. They even sometimes play the 9 cost Nugate. I know that's not rush, but the card's pretty good too. He's going to debuff our Sabo. He can play out another Ace, and deploy a Marco blocker. Okay. It's pretty good for him here. He's just swinging for 7. We'll take this one. No trigger, we get a Borsalino. You can swing for 6 as well. Definitely should. Yep, we'll give him the T-Bone. Very nice. Now, I'm thinking here we're just going to do a Kuzan brand new play. So I'll attack for 6 into the Ace. He blocks with the Marco blocker. I don't know if he thought he'd get the effect here, but he is still at 3 life. Now we will deploy the Gecko Moria. Kuzan on the brand new over the brand new. We'll do Kuzan first. For Rebecca, brand new whiff, unfortunately. We can use the Nami effect, give a Don here, -1 down. And seeing as he didn't want to give us this, I'm going to attack into it again. He didn't seem to want to counter last time, so presumably he either doesn't have much counter in his hand, or his counter cards are ones he wanted to play. I'm not sure why he didn't just give us this Atmos last turn. Here we are. I'd have definitely given the Atmos instead of the Marco blocker. Perhaps he just forgot about the life requirement though. He's on 9. If he set up his deck correctly, he could do a Sanji play. Goes with the Rayleigh. That's nice. Could remove our Kuzan and probably our Sabo as well. We do get to keep the Gecko Mario though. Yep. Very nice. Kuzan's gone. Sabo's debuffed. If he wants to attack into the Sabo, I will give it to him. If not, we won't attack with it. We'll just leave it standing up. Use the Marco effect, presumably to debuff our Sabo blocker here. Yep, Sabo's down to 2. He's got 3 attacks here. We'll definitely give him that. I think we'll take one of these and then counter the second. Yep, no trigger there, and we do draw a nice 2k there to counter out of this effect efficiently. Do we ever want to Rebecca here? We already have a Rebecca, so it's fine. I was just thinking if we wanted to Rebecca with the Gecko Moria. Would you draw the Jack? Jack's pretty good. Jack is pretty good. So we can ram... We can do Ice Age on the Rayleigh. Ram the Gecko Moria. Or Nami effect on the Gecko... Ram the Gecko into the Ace. Ice Age the Rayleigh. And then use the Jack, potentially ram the rest of our Don into this other Ace. I quite like that. Let's do 9 into one of his Aces. He gives us it. Very nice. We'll do Ice Age on the Rayleigh. So if we use Nami, we can get this down to 6. Yeah, so we could Nami to get this down to 6. Leader of attach 1 Don to get this down to get this down to 2 with Nami, 1 with leader effect, and then we could do a Gecko Rebecca play with Brooke. I think that is actually quite a lot better. Also summon the other Nami for a bit of fun here. I might do that actually. I think that's pretty good. So we'll use Nami. Attach arrested Don here. Bring this down once more. We'll attach here. Bring this down again. Then we'll do a Gecko play. Rebecca active. I think I'll go with... Oh no, I'm going to replace whatever I play here with a Brooke. So we'll just do a brand new rested. Over the top of brand new. Use brand new. Grab a... T-Bone here, I think. And then Rebecca will have Brooke. Play out Brooke over the brand new. Minus this and KO it. Then we'll swing 7 into Ace. Make him give us a 2k if he has one. He does give us the 2k. We'll end the turn there. Not too bad. We cleared 2 bodies that turn. We've got a blocker. We've got a second Gecko Moria. We're starting to be able to threaten lethal. We can start doing Rebecca Sabo plays, as long as we can keep these Gecko Morias on the board. We do a nice 2k in the T-Bone. I could have gone with a Jack there, but I think getting the Rebecca blocker is really nice. Forces him to either have something like a Fire Fist to deal with it, or we just get a free block, which is really nice. He also should want to attack this Brooke, because this Brooke can start removing things really efficiently. This is one of the crazy cards in the deck. You can start going aggro and still remove as long as you have this Brooke on board. This guy's really good. And the fact that he hasn't been able to clear this Nami as well has given us a lot of value here. I do think there's scope to add extra copies of this Nami if you wanted to, for sure. He sends a card back to the top, so his hand's pretty good. He's going to debuff probably the Brooke, maybe the Moria. If he's got he could have a Newgate here. A Newgate, he debuffs this Moria. This is another Rayleigh, but he can't remove it. I'm confused on that one. And he must have some combination of events, Fire Fists and no. Okay, I think probably just a misclick there then. He probably meant to put the -2 on this Gecko Moria. Actually. We'll see if he wants to slam this 8. He's got an 8, a 9, and a 6. Pretty scary. I think we're going to be taking one, 2k'ing out the 6, and then blocking the other with Rebecca. Unless he attacks the Brooke. If he attacks the Brooke, that would be brilliant for us here. So I think we're going to remove the Brooke anyway. He doesn't attack the Brooke. I'll just take this one. No trigger, we get a Sakazuki. That's not a great card here. But that's okay. Yep, we'll block the 8 and we'll counter out of the 6. If he wants to attack the 6 into Brooke, he can have it. He doesn't. We've got the 2k with the T-Bone. Very nice, very nice. Needs to pass the turn, please, sir. We'll give him a reminder in the chat. Thank you very much. We draw Kuzan, that's pretty bad. Do we want to... I think we need to remove at least this ace, to be honest. Yeah, I think we need to remove at least this ace. We can do 5 with Leader, 5 with Brook, 9 with Gecko, 10 with Moria. Just pretty decent. We'll go... 9 into 6. He wants to give us 2 cards here. That would be pretty interesting. Reminder, we do have the Rebecca Sabo. He could play Raging Tiger. Raging Tiger will be pretty devastating if he has that here. So we could choose to go 11 with the Gecko into the Dragon. I'm not sure if that's too passive though, you know? I don't hate the 11 into the Dragon. Because we still have the Rebecca Sabo, and then we can do 5 into life and get him down to 2. Then on the next turn we'll still have double Gecko, Leader Swing, Brook Swing, and potentially the Sabo Swing. So I think that might be the better play. Either way, first we are going to have to remove the Nami or the Brook. I think I'll choose to get rid of the Nami. We'll deploy this, grab a T-Bone, play out nothing. Then we will Nami effect onto the Gecko, no effect there. Another one onto the Gecko, no effect. Attack 11 into 9, and he disconnects. So he couldn't have countered out of the 11 into 9. He didn't have a rush target. What was this Sanji going to draw? It looks like this Sanji was going to draw, or the marker effect was going to draw into a pudding. We could have done Sanji Rayleigh, which would have been pretty good actually. But yeah, we'd have removed this, we'd have got him down to 2. One of our Geckos would have been at 6. Yeah, we'd still have the Sabo, but it would be at 4. He'd KO the Rebecca. We might have to use the Sabo to block this Sanji's hit, actually. So yeah, not sure how this one would have gone, but it was a nice game against the Marco. Okay, got a game here against Vivi. He's choosing to go second, of course. I'm going to mulligan that. Yeah, it's pretty good. We've got a stage. We do an extra stage. We can cycle that out with the Sabo. We'll just drop the stage on 1, and no target, end the turn. That's going to be pretty nice. We do need to draw some of our KO effects though. We've got a lot of removal. The Brook's pretty nice. We'll attack in for 6. He'll give us a 2k. Give us the Crocodile. And then we'll deploy the brand new. Brand new can grab a... I think we'll grab a Borsalino. So we've got something to do on a future turn. I don't think we need the second Ice Age here. It's for presumably something like a Jinbei into another Warlord. We'll see which one he goes for here. Just plays out a Crocodile. That's not a great turn for our hero here. Okay, we'll go in with a 5. He'll give us another card here, probably. He takes, deploy the Sabo. Okay, we get a Jack, that's pretty nice. We can drop that next turn. Cycle out the Marineford, and we'll cycle out the Borsalino. End the turn. They're playing blue, so a lot of their removal is going to be things like Raging Tiger. We'll take the free block. It's going to be things like Raging Tiger. So there's not much use for Borsalino here, I think. 5 to 5. We'll take this one. That's okay. Get the Kuz. Kuz round's pretty nice. So we've got the Jack combo with the Marineford. So we'll attack 5 into the Gecko Moria. I'm happy to let this game go on a bit. So we'll just try and take out his board here, I think. If we can get rid of these 2 characters, that'd be pretty nice. Give him a 6 into 5. He gives us a 2k, he'll probably give us another 2k. But that's fine, we get 2 cards out of his hand. He'd have done the same thing if we attacked his life. We use the Marine Food, tap the Gecko Moria. Got the Jack, use the Jack effect. Draw 1, trashing one of these Kuzans, kill the Gecko, end the turn. So he could play Raging Tiger to clear these two, can't clear the Jack. He goes 5 into 5. We'll give him the brand new, don't need that. He could do 6 for Boa, stop our Jack from attacking, or stop our Sabo from attacking, and then give it Rush and go 8. I'll take the 8. If he puts the 8 into the Sabo, he can have that. If he puts the 8 into the Jack, he can't have that though. We'll see what he wants to go for here. Does indeed go with the Boa, so he chooses to freeze. He freezes the Jack. I think that's a mistake. I would have frozen the Sabo personally, but he is going to attack into the Sabo. I think we'll just let it go. We're going to go to 9 so we can drop something like Kuzan Sabo here. We could also do Ice Age on the Boa to remove that with the Jack. And then drop a Sabo of our own. I kind of like that. I also don't hate just playing the Rebecca here. So we'd want 4 for Rebecca, 1 for Ice Age, and then we'll have 4 more done for Kuzan. That could be pretty good. Yeah, I quite like that. Yeah, we'll do that there. Then we'll do Ice Age on the Boa. Tap the Jack. We'll trash one of these Sabos to carry Boa. Then we'll drop Kuzan, draw Borsellino, drop Rebecca, grab back a Sabo, play out nothing. Could have chosen to play out the Brook actually if we really want to remove this Crocodile. Interesting. He's on 10, could drop the Shanks, kill our Jack. That'll be pretty good for him. Just goes with the Rayleigh. He can give the Rayleigh Rush, he gets to kill our Rebecca as well, which is pretty good. 8 into 5. Do we want to? I think we do want to defend this, you know. Yeah, and then if he rams the Crocodile as well, I'll give him one of the Sabos. This is potentially a little greedy, but I think it's worthwhile. We do get another Jack. We'll get the Sabo. Kuzan's at 4. We use a Marine Food to minus this to 7 because our leader effect only works on 7 costs or lowers. So then we will go 2 on Kuzan. Bring this down to 5. We'll attack into Crocodile. Bring this down to 1. Gives us a K there. We'll draw 1. We'll trash this other Jack. Get rid of the Rayleigh. Then we're going on 5 for Sabo. So we can either do 5, 6 or just do 8. I think we'll just do 8. If he wants to keep this, it will really start taxing him here. He does want to keep this. That's a lot of 2Ks he's given us. That's 1, 2, 4 2Ks or 5 2Ks we've seen. Yep, okay, we'll go with that. Go to the Kuzan and the Borsellino. End the turn. So we are now KO immune, which is really nice. He has another Rayleigh or even a Shanks. He won't be getting maximum value out of that. He does have another Rayleigh. This is one of the best cards in their deck for sure. Minus is 3 here, minus is 2 here. If he wants to ram this into the Jack again... Thinker here. He goes 5 into 5. So we could give him the Rebecca. Or the It would be the T-Bone over the Rebecca, I think. And then we would block the Rayleigh hit. What would that get us next turn, though? Then next turn we could do the same. I think it's worth protecting this, actually. We'll give him no blocker. We'll give him the T-Bone. And then he can ram the Rayleigh into us. We'll block with the Sabo here. But yeah, this will let us remove this Rayleigh again. Now we draw a Jack, which is not too bad. I think I prefer the Rebecca, though. Do that there. We could do Rebecca Sabo again. Rebecca Sabo is not bad. Attack this here, minus this down. Draw one. We definitely want that. Get rid of that. Let's attack into here, 6 on 5. This crocodile's been putting in a lot of work, I will say. This crocodile's been popping off. He wants to give. He gives us a. Wow, that's. He gives us 0 cost and a rad beam. So we will deploy Rebecca. Go back Sabo. Lay out nothing. Deploy Sabo. We get a Brook there. I think we'll just keep the Tashigi. We'll end the turn. Keep the Tashigi for a nice 2k. If he has a 3rd Rayleigh in a row, that'll be pretty powerful for him. We are running out of effects. But we'll see here. We'll see what he goes for here. Rayleigh is a really nice new card for the Vivi deck. Okay, he goes with the Borsellino. Gives it rush, gets rid of our Rebecca. We'll definitely not be giving you that, I'm afraid, sir. You can swing 6 into the Kuzan. Do you want to give him the Kuzan or the Sabo here? Given that we've got nothing, I think we'll just give him the Kuzan under the impression that we are going to be attaching a lot of Don this turn to use the Garp effect. We draw a Brook. It's not bad, actually. So we'll do that there. Bring him down to 6. This would... Yeah, this will bring him down to 4. Attack 5 into 5. This guy loves this crocodile. Damn. So if we want to keep 3 for the Brook, we'll put 1 on leader. Use this. Yeah, this is a 3 cost. We get an Ice Age. I don't think we need the Ice Age. Okay, the Borsellino. I think we'll leave the Sabo standing up. So we'll go with 4. We'll go lots on leader, swing big into his life, minus the croc down, and then play out the... Yep, we'll do that. 10 into 5, give him a card. Deploy the Brook, get rid of the crocodile. End the turn. We finally got rid of the crocodile. Very interesting. Let's see if he has another big body this turn. Just the Shanks, okay. Nice. So we can't remove the Shanks, unfortunately, because the leader effect is locked. But that's fine. We can start putting on a lot of pressure here. We can do something like 7 with the brand new... I think we want to play out this Sakazuki, actually. For 6. We've got 4 Don left. So we can do 5 with the brand new, 5 with the Brook. I'll leave the... No, I'll just attack with the Sabo. Yeah. Start with 5 with the Brook. No effect there. Attack 5 here, -1 here, no effect. He takes that one. Okay. We can do 5 with the brand new. No target. takes that one as well. Raging Tiger gets rid of our Sabo. Fair enough. We'll do 6 with the leader. He's going to 0 cost out of that one, trashing a Boa. I don't think he has any counter in hand. We'll deploy this, end the turn. You can remove these. If he has another Raging Tiger, he could remove this Sakazuki potentially. Here's another Boa. That could be pretty nice to freeze our Sakazuki. Yeah, I think we're potentially getting somewhere. I think we're potentially getting somewhere. He's only got 1 attack this turn. Does have the Raging Tiger to get rid of the Sakazuki and the Brook. This Shanks will probably ram into the brand new. Yep, you can have that. And then he didn't draw a card. That's a mistake. Oh, he might be keeping these up for events. I think we'll just attach them all. Attack his life. 15. He'll have to take this one. End the turn. He needs a blocker here. If he doesn't get a blocker, we can just go 15 again. We'll also get a card off life here. And he attacks him with the Shanks. If he does get a blocker, we'll be relying on what we draw off here and here. So remove it. But we do have the Ice Age. If we get any kind of removal, we can remove it pretty easily. We can also potentially even remove the Shanks. We'll see what we get here. I don't think Vivi plays a ton of blockers. They play, I think, the Doflamingo blocker. Moria, I think he had... Does he have a... No, he doesn't have a Doflamingo, but he does get a Crocodile. Gives Gecko Rush. Yep, no trigger there. Yep. Okay, well, that's interesting. So he could have counter for this. If he has a Rad Beam, that's 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. He'd need only 1 brick and a Rad Beam and 3 2Ks. We don't really have another play. Do we have another play? I could Ice Age down this Shanks to 5. Bring it down to 4. Put 3 Don on leader, bring it down to 1, play out the Brook. And then we could ram the leader into the Gecko Moria. And we've got 2 2Ks here. I'm tempted to go for that. But maybe it's just 15 at face. I'm just going to go 15 at face. See if he has it. He does have it. And GG's to our opponent there. He had the exact counter. That was a pretty good game. What did he trash? He trashed a Boa, so even if we did the other play with the Brook, and managed to remove the Gecko Moria, he could have played out the Boa, frozen the Brook, so I don't think we'd have won anyway. That was a really close game there. That was a fun one. Let's get into the next game. Okay, so my last game kind of got ruined by an opponent who just headed out. I waited there for like 2 minutes, and he wanted none of it. We're gonna mulligan this one. Pretty good. Got the brand new, got a Rebecca. Start doing things here. Up against the Vivi again. This is one of the better off-meta leaders. This did have a placement in the New Zealand regional, right at the start of this format. This deck's not the strongest, but it's no joke. It's no joke. They got some really nice new cards here with the cards like the Rayleigh. No effect. Attack him for 6. Then we'll drop the brand new. No targets, unfortunately. End the turn. We do get a couple nice cards to resummon Rebecca, though. But mainly the Brook. See what he wants to do here. Probably play out a Warlord combo or just draw a card. Plays out the... he's playing the Chopper engine. Interesting. I've been wanting to see how this would go. He does have the Hiking Bear here. So I think we're going to do 2 Dons on brand new. Minus down this chopper. Brook the chopper. Yeah. Then we'll attack 5 into... He does have 1 up for the events. I think we need to get rid of this bear though. He can use the event if he has it. We've got 2 games against Vivi in this video, but very different builds of Vivi. I'm presuming this guy has some of the same top end, but having the animal package is very different to the warlord package. Okay, so I'm not going to attack again. Am I? I'm going to risk it. We're going to have to attack at some point anyway. He just takes. That's brilliant. He might have a trigger there, but that's okay. Deploy this, clear this, end the turn. So if we can keep the Brook on board, that would be really nice. I don't think he will have a great way to remove it in the animal package. And then we can continue to remove some more of his creatures next turn. He's got 10 cards in hand, it's pretty crazy. Vivi does get a lot of card draw. Plays out the Charker. Okay, I've never seen this card before. Very interesting. I'll take this one. No trigger there. So we can deploy the Jack and then swing into his life for 5. Get rid of this Charker. We'll just swing for 5. I have never seen this before. That's crazy. Pretty cool though. It's pretty cool. Takes again. Gone up to 11 cards in hand. Yeah, we'll just drop the Jack, I think, here. Yeah. Wait, was our Brook at -3? Oh, we used a bad manners trigger. Sure. Draw 1. We'll get rid of the Porcelino. Get rid of this Chaka and the turn. Yeah, I did the Chaka's effect last in my turn as well, but no, it was he used a bad manners trigger for some reason. I don't really know why he used that. If I was attacking with the Brook, it was only likely to be like a 5 or a 6. It would have only cost him 2 cards or 1 card anyway, and the bad manners is probably better than one of the cards in his hand, unless he's super bricked up, which I mean I guess. We'll see. He's on 8. We can drop Gecko next turn. Gecko can summon... we can do a value play, or we can get a Porcelino with the brand new. He's going to deploy the Chopper. Okay, that's pretty cool. 5 into 5. Got 2 Don left. Not really sure what for. I think I'll trash the... Trash the Sabo here. Not sure what these 2 Don are for. We can use the Jack to clear this Chopper here. I think I'm going to leave the Brook standing up for now. I'll attack 5 into his life. Surely he'll give us a card now. These can't all be bricks. What's this? 4k counter and then KO's my Brook. Fair enough. I guess I should have been playing around that. Anyway. But we can just resummon that with the Gecko anyway, so it's not too bad. We'll draw 1, trash 1. We'll get rid of... I don't think we'll need this second Jack. Get rid of this. Then we'll do the Gecko. Play out the Rebecca and the brand new effects. Grab an Ice Age, Rebecca effect. I think we will play out the Brook. And no target and a turn. Got a nice board here. Got 3 good attackers, 2 okay attackers. And a nice blocker. Now that I know he plays the Red Hawk, that is something I will need to consider going forwards. He does have the Chopper. This is the really cool combo that you can do with this deck. You can play out the Chopper, play out one guy, and then give it Rush to use the when attacking as well. Which is cool. It's very cool. Don't get me wrong. see what he wants to attack into here. He has 5 Don left. He's going to go 5 to 4. Plays out the chopper. Will he play something out from his hand? He does. He plays out the bear. I'll just block here. He'll just block. We'll keep these cards for later. I don't know what he's going to do with this other 5. Could play out another one, but he wouldn't get a lot of value because his board's already full. Plays out the blocker. Fair enough. Keeps 2 up. I think we'll play around this Red Hawk event. Put 2 here. Minus this down. Then I'll put 1 here. So now his Red Hawk can't care anything. We'll bring this down, I guess. Then we'll attack 5 into the bear. Minus 1 here, KO that. We've got 7 left. We can do a Rebecca play here. And then I'll use the rest of the Dom for attacking, probably. Don't think we want to play out the Shiggy. Yep, it gives me that. We'll go... Draw 1. We'll get rid... Oh, we could drop the other Jack. We could drop the second Jack, actually. I'm going to just Kuzan. Go to Chopper. We'll go 5 into this chopper here. So if he wants to, he doesn't give us a 2k. Fair enough. We'll go 5 here. Gives us 1k. We'll go 9 here. He takes. No trigger. Draw a Jack. Use the Jack effect. Draw 1. We'll trash one of these Ice Ages. Get rid of the bear. End the turn. We've got a lot of counter here. Our board is threatening lethal very strongly next turn, no matter how many events he has. We'll see what he wants to go with. Goes with the Rayleigh. Rayleigh is going to reduce probably one of these Jacks. Then the Brook and KO the Brook. Nope, goes with the Moria. He's going to ram this here. We're definitely not going to give him that. Give him 2 there, and 2 there. Resolve that there. So we might drop the Sabo. This Brook is probably not going to be attacking. He's got no Don active. Okay, let's start doing some hits. Let's go... no effect. 7 with Gecko. Yep, gives us the Raging Tiger and the Bad Manners. I think actually slight misplay as well. I should have used this first. We can attack him with the Brook, just no damage, but we can remove the Rayleigh. We'll do that there, because then we can start using Garp effect. We'll do 2 here. We'll attack in 2, just in case he gets a trigger. Move our Brook, we'll make sure we remove that first. So he wants to do with a 7, then we'll do 9 with Jack. If he takes, we'll put everything else on the other Jack. If he block counters, we'll just do 8 with Jack, play out Sabo. Attack in here, 9 on 5. Takes, we'll attach all the Don. And attack in 13 on 5, which should be the game. Very nice. So he had a whole bunch of Red Hawks. We'll give him the GGs. We'll play to our opponent there. I think this card's interesting. I'm not sure if I'd personally be playing this in a Vivi deck, but I see the vision. This card's really good. I think if he could have got some more of these out early, it would have been nicer against us. I think the other Vivi we played against had a slightly better build with the Warlords. I think this animal stuff is cool, but Into black, it's all very low cost, so it's very easy for me to remove with things like Jack. And but either way, that was a fun game. GG's to our opponent.